Hi BYC friends, Emily here today with our crayon art. So before we get started, you're gonna want to get all your materials. So I have my crayons here, you can't really see them. I have my canvas. I also have my blow dryer over here plugged in and ready to go. And to start off, you're gonna want to plug in your hot glue gun and let it get warm so that the glue starts to melt. So you have a little bit of time to do that. I also put a piece of cardboard underneath my glue gun in case some of the glue leaks out. You don't want it to wreck whatever surface you're working on. So do it at a kitchen table or the counter. And if you need an adult to help you, make sure that they're around. The top does get very hot on the glue gun, so we don't want to burn ourselves. Okay, so once your glue gun is hot, what you're going to do is you're going to take your crayon, and you can do this many different ways. You're going to use a hot glue gun, and we're going to glue the crayon to your canvas. So if you are doing it where you can see if you want them all to be the same, make sure to turn all the sides up. It doesn't really matter. You can put them, like you can see I've already started some, but you can put them all the way across the top. You can put them close together. I started mine over to the side. You guys have lots of crayons, so you can pick whatever colors you want. You can do them in like an ombre or a fade, so you can pick certain colors, go the darkest to the lightest, or whatever you want. It's up to you to be creative. So I just put mine, just lined them up with the top of the canvas, and I've picked the colors that I like. And then I'm going to do one more. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put a little bit of hot glue. You don't want to do too much so it squirts out, but I did it in like a zigzag pattern on the side that you're going to stick to the canvas. And just watch, because the glue will be very hot. You don't want to burn your fingers. And I'm just going to line it up with the other ones there, and I'm just going to put them. So the hot glue does dry pretty quickly. So be careful once you kind of stick it down there. That's kind of where it's going to be. If you try to pull it off, you might rip your canvas. So be very careful. So I'm just going to go ahead and do those 5 colors. You can do them all the way across. You can do them straight like I've done them. You could put them like on an angle on the corner. You could make a shape like a heart and just line the crayons up however you want. It might be easier if you're going to do kind of shape, maybe to draw it with pencil, and then you know where to put your crayons. So once you get your crayons glued on there, you're going to put your glue gun aside, and just careful, you might want to unplug it right away because it's pretty hot. Just move it to the side, and you're going to get a blow dryer. What you're going to do, some blow dryers have different settings, so mine has like a warm and a hot, and a high and a low. So I'm going to turn mine to hot and not warm, and I'm going to turn it, make sure that you put it on low to begin with, otherwise you could splatter the paint pretty quickly, or splatter the crayons pretty quickly. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your canvas. It's going to be hard for me to do because I'm a little bit backwards, and this might take a little bit of time, so I'm going to kind of show you what to do, and then we'll take a pause and I'll keep going. So you're going to turn it to, make sure it's on hot. I'm going to put it on low, and I'm just going to hold it by the crayons. It might take a little while for them to melt. You can see that my crayons are starting to melt a little bit, so I'm just going to hold it there. The paper might start to look a little wet because that's the wax melting on the inside, so just keep your blow dryer there, but don't put it too close because you don't want to melt the paper right off. I'm focusing on the tips. You might need to hold it on a little bit of an angle so that it doesn't drip right off the canvas. There you go. Now you're going to start to see the wax melting. You might want to put a piece of paper towel or cardboard underneath of your canvas, so once it starts to drip, once you're done melting your crayons to the way that you want it, I'm gonna stop here just so I don't get it all over my desk. But you can see here, it's starting to drip. I turned my blow dryer on high and I sprayed the crayon sideways. You don't have to do that. You can just let it drip straight down, especially if you went all the way across or if you have a specific shape. But as you can see, the colors are kind of blending together. Makes kind of a cool little piece. So you're gonna wanna lay it flat once you get it the way that you want it, and let it dry completely. So probably for a few hours, just because the crayons are still gonna be hot. You can see that they look shiny, they look like they're wet because the wax is melting inside the wrappers. So go as long as you want. You can use your blow dryer to spray the color or however you wanna do it. But this is kind of how mine's turning out right now. Again, I didn't go all the way across, so if you have more colors, it's gonna look a lot different. The one thing I did find that maybe if you don't want your colors to run together so much, put spaces in between your crayons, just a little bit of a gap, so that way when they start to melt, they don't blend together and create, like I've got a lot of like really dark colors here because they all kind of blended together. So be creative. Make sure you post in the comments what yours looks like, or if you have an idea of how other kids can do it differently, that would be awesome too. So thanks for joining us today for crayon art, and there's still time to register for the next couple weeks of August. So make sure you go to our Facebook page and find out what we've got going on. On the 26th, we've got some birdhouse kits. So if you're interested in making a birdhouse, please get in touch and register. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.